So let's talk about driving around town, because drivers for ride-sharing services have an ambitious plan to take on companies like Uber and Lyft in an attempt to increase their income. Kayla Mamlak takes a look at their struggle.
Gary Ludhani has been driving for ride-sharing services like Uber and Lyft for about 5 years now. In that time, he says, he's watched his earnings shrink.
In the beginning, it used to be like if the ride was $100, the driver used to get $70 in the beginning. I'm talking about 4 or 5 years back. And then now it has extremely changed. When I say extremely changed, means it's the other way around. The driver is getting 30 and Uber is taking 70.
Mr. Ludhani's account is hardly an isolated one. Ride-hailing services offer drivers the promise of entrepreneurship. And for years, drivers eager for the flexibility of setting their own schedules have signed up in droves. It's propelled the gig economy into a multi-billion-dollar industry. But many of the drivers themselves claim they have yet to see the control or payoff they expected.
Your car, payment, insurance, other maintenance, the different type cost, end of the year, you have no money in your pocket.
The question of whether Uber and Lyft pay a fair wage is not a new one. Legislative efforts to grant drivers employment benefits are slowly grinding through court systems across the country, but show no real sign of clarity anytime soon.
I just feel the greed and the apps are taking full advantage.
And so now some fed-up drivers are trying a new approach, launching a worker-owned cooperative to try and take back some of the power.
We all are drivers, and we've all had a lot of hardships operating under Uber and Lyft, and we believe that the gig economy itself may not be a bad model. It's just the way these companies operate it.
Ken Lewis is a co-founder of the Drivers Cooperative. The ride-sharing service, which just launched in New York City, intends to take a smaller commission than Uber and Lyft, promises to charge riders a lower fare, and avoid surge pricing.
But there's also a bigger difference. Because drivers are owners, at the end of the year, drivers will share in patronage.
The Drivers Cooperative works like any other ride-sharing service. You just open up an app on your smartphone, type in your current location, where you want to go, and a driver like Gary shows up. The problem is the Drivers Cooperative is brand new and so far only has about 3,500 drivers enrolled. Compare that to Uber and Lyft, which has at least 56,000 drivers in New York City alone. So wait times are going to be a little longer. If the Drivers Cooperative grows so much that you can drive exclusively for the Drivers Cooperative,
yes,
how big of a difference will it make in your life?
Very big difference. Very big difference. When I say very big difference, means at least 90% of the earning the driver is going to be getting in his pocket, which is a big difference in our field.
The co-op also says it plans to pay 10% above the wage minimums set by the city's Taxi and Limousine Commission. To that, a spokesperson for Uber fired back in a statement, saying, quote, on average, New York City Uber drivers right now are making $39.08 an hour, 40% above the TLC's minimum wage. We know that drivers have dozens of options to pick from in New York City, and we're hopeful that historically high earnings and strong customer demand will continue to make Uber their first choice. A spokesperson for Lyft, meantime, says, quote, we're constantly working to improve the driver experience on our platform and share the goals of allowing drivers to work efficiently and independently. The Drivers Cooperative is a remarkably ambitious plan. Trying to tackle ride-hailing giants will no doubt come with a myriad of hurdles. But Mr. Lewis is optimistic nonetheless.
Of course, it's not as great as Uber and Lyft, but we will get there.
Kayla Mamlak, Good Day New York.
We wish them well.